Welcome to How I Unfucked My Life, the show that proves you can rebuild, rewire, and rise from anything. Let's get started. I want to talk about anxiety. Oof. Not the take a breath and let it go kind of anxiety. I'm talking about the kind that wakes you up at 3 a.m. You go from sleeping to wide awake, your heart is racing, you start to sweat, your mind is just running. The kind where your brain starts racing through everything, whether it's bills or the what-ifs or future or worst-case scenarios or relationship, jobs, regrets, that's one. Or the fear of what might happen next. The kind where you stare at the ceiling thinking, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get out of this. Or I don't know where the hell I'm going to get the money for this, or whatever it is. That's real anxiety. And for a lot of us, it doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from, I don't know, years of feeling like you're responsible for everything and you had to hold everything together and you have to be prepared for disaster because bad things have happened before and you never want to be caught off guard again. So if you think about it enough, if you think about all the possible things that could happen, then you have to be prepared. Anxiety at its core is the brain trying desperately to control a life that we cannot control. We can't. And that's why you can't just let it go. So why does your brain continue to worry? Your anxiety isn't about inconvenience, and it isn't about being dramatic or negative. It comes from a place of, if I stay alert, I'll be safe. If I worry, I'll be prepared. Or if I think through every possible disaster, maybe I won't be blindsided. So your brain stays awake at 3 a.m. It's replaying conversations. It scans the future for threats, possibilities. It rehearses tragedies that haven't even happened. Not because you want to suffer, but because your nervous system believes that if you stop worrying, something bad will happen. And if you have lived like that for years, it becomes your default operating system. How do I know? Because I've lived it. I used to lie awake worrying about bills that I couldn't pay, the kids, my job, the relationship. And here's the kicker. There wasn't even anything I could do about it at the moment. But my brain kept thinking, if I think about it hard enough, maybe I'll figure something out. And really all it did was just prevent me from sleeping and getting the rest I so desperately needed. I would worry about my kids constantly, as if worrying was somehow going to keep them safe. And logically, I knew anxiety didn't change outcomes. But emotionally, my brain believed if I stop worrying, I'm going to be careless. I'm going to miss something. And that isn't weakness. That's survival mode. It's just stuck on the on position. Now, the truth most people don't say out loud is anxiety is not always about one specific problem. Sometimes it's about the future you can't predict, the past you can't change, the people you can't fix, the situations you couldn't control, or the outcomes you feel powerless in. If you're trying to change someone else, that's going to cause you anxiety because you can't change someone else. You can't. They are who they are. And the only thing that you're doing is causing yourself anxiety. You can't change the past. It's already gone. And you can't do anything about the future because it hasn't happened yet. So thinking about all of these things just causes tons of anxiety. You see, anxiety lives in that space between what you want your life to be and what your life actually is. And when the gap feels too big, your brain fills it with fear, with scenarios, with options, because fear feels safer than uncertainty. So, what do you actually do about it? Well, I'm not going to tell you to just relax or take a deep breath or just think positive, or how about just stop worrying? Because if you could do that, you would have already done it. These are real, practical, doable anxiety resets. They are not perfection, they are not instant calm, and they are going to not fix it forever. They're just tools that help you regain control of your nervous system in the moment. So the first one would be to get your head into the present moment. Grounding, as in physically anchoring your body. When anxiety spirals, your brain is in the future, it's planning disasters, predicting outcomes, trying to solve things that don't even exist yet. When you bring your brain back to right now, it's the only thing that your brain can worry about. So I want you to try this. When your anxiety hits, put both feet on the floor. Press your toes into the ground. And notice what your body feels like touching the chair you're sitting in. Now, take a slow breath and say this out loud. Right now, in this moment, I am safe. Because at 3 a.m., the thing you're worried about is not happening in that moment. Your body needs proof that the danger is not right now. Not reassurance, it needs evidence. Number 2, separate thinking from problem solving. Most anxiety isn't problem solving. It's rumination, looping. It's rethinking the same thought 200 times. So here's a hard truth. If there is nothing that you can do about it right now in that moment, it's not problem solving. It is stress rehearsal. So ask yourself, is this solvable in this moment? And if the answer is no, then tell your brain, we will handle this tomorrow when a solution exists. And then write down, worry list for tomorrow. This tells your brain it's not being ignored, it's being scheduled, and it's safe to pause right now. You're not dismissing the problem, you're just postponing it. And that's okay because your brain knows you didn't just brush it off. Real solution number 3, and this is the hardest one. Some things in life you simply cannot change. You cannot control the past. You cannot control other people's choices or outcomes that haven't happened yet. You can't control how life unfolds or even the risks in the world. And anxiety thrives where control dies. So ask, what part of this is actually mine to carry right now? If it's not yours, then you don't have to drag it through your mind forever. Say to yourself, I can care about this without trying to control it. That's not giving up. That's letting your nervous system breathe. And number 4, teach your brain safety over time. Your brain doesn't calm down because you tell it to. Just because you're laying there at 3 a.m. going, we're going to stop thinking about this, it's not going to automatically shut off. It calms down because it learns through repetition, nothing bad happened when I stopped worrying. And that takes time, and it takes practice. You may get it right one day and then spiral out of control the next. And that doesn't mean you failed. It means your nervous system is still learning. And that's okay. And I want to say this clearly. None of this is easy. It is much easier for me to sit here and say these words than it is to live them in the middle of fear, stress, and uncertainty. Learning to quiet anxiety is not a switch that you flip. It's a slow, gradual process of teaching your brain, I am safe even when life is uncertain. And trust me, some nights you'll still wake up at 3 a.m. and you'll have a hard time getting it under control. And some days your mind will still spiral. And that doesn't mean anything other than you're human. And you're working on it. One breath at a time, one choice at a time, one moment at a time. And I'm right here with you while you learn it. Now, if this episode struck a nerve and you know somebody who can benefit from this, please like and share it and hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Have yourself an awesome day. Listen, at the end of the day, it's simple. You either make excuses or you make progress, but you can't do both. If something in this episode hit home, then sit with it.
do something about it. And if you're serious about changing your life, start acting like it. And if you're not, well, that's on you. Life doesn't wait. I'll catch you next time on How I Unfucked My Life. And remember, nothing changes if you don't.